What converts AC into DC power in a generator? In a DC generator, the brushes and commutator act as the rectifier that produces direct current. What performs the same job in a DC alternator? A DC alternator uses 6 solid-state diodes to convert alternating current to direct current. Why doesn't a DC alternator need to have its field flashed after an overhaul? Because its field is powered by battery current, not residual magnetism. When should starter motor brushes be replaced? Once they've worn down to half their original length. What type of winding does a starter motor use? A starter motor is series wound to produce maximum torque during startup. What is a starter generator and how does it work? It's a single unit that starts the turbine engine, and once the engine is running, it automatically switches to function as a generator. How is generator current controlled if the voltage regulator doesn't do it automatically? The pilot manages it manually by avoiding continuous loads above the red line limit, except for a short burst. How can you protect the electrical system when there's no current limiter or placard installed? The system is designed so the total continuous load doesn't exceed 80% of the generator's rated capacity. How do you know if a load is considered continuous or intermittent? If it operates for more than 2 minutes, it's continuous. Less than 2 minutes, it's intermittent. How is the generator's output voltage regulated? By controlling the field current strength through a voltage regulator. How can the direction of rotation of a DC motor be reversed? By reversing the polarity of either the field or the armature, but not both. What must be done to a DC generator after overhaul so it can produce power again? The field needs to be flashed to restore residual magnetism. How many phases of electricity are produced by an aircraft alternator? 3 phases. How many diodes are needed to convert that 3-phase AC into DC power? 6 diodes. What factors determine the correct wire size for an electrical installation? Voltage, current, circuit length, load type, temperature rating, ambient temperature, number of wires in the bundle, how often it carries load, and maximum altitude. When running 2 generators in parallel, how close should their voltages be? Within a few tenths of a volt, as specified by the maintenance manual. Why is it important to parallel generator outputs correctly? If their voltages don't match, one generator can carry too much of the load and overheat. What does a constant speed drive, or CSD, do? It keeps the AC generator turning at a constant speed so the output frequency stays stable as engine speed changes. What is an integrated drive generator, or IDG? It combines the constant speed drive and AC generator into one compact assembly. How are wires attached to pins in a cannon plug? Either by soldering them into small pots or by crimping them onto pins and inserting them into sockets. Why is stranded wire used instead of solid wire in aircraft? Because it's flexible and can handle vibration without breaking. What two main factors must be considered when selecting wire size? Current carrying capacity and voltage drop. How are wires protected when passing through bulkheads or frames? A rubber or plastic grommet is used around the opening to prevent chafing. How are wires protected in high temperature areas? They are insulated with high temp materials and often placed inside protective conduit. What's the required minimum separation between a wire bundle and a fuel or oxygen line? At least 6 inches whenever possible. If not, they should never run parallel, and it must be at least 2 inches apart. Which electrical circuit usually doesn't have a fuse or circuit breaker? The starter motor circuit. When should wiring be placed in conduit? When it passes through areas where it could be damaged, such as a wheel well. What does a trip-free circuit breaker do? It automatically opens when too much current flows, even if the breaker handle is being held in the on position. Which way should the propeller pitch? Switch move to set the propeller to low pitch, high RPM. It should move forward. Why do some switches have protective covers to prevent accidental activation